Hi, this is Bruce Buffer, your voice of the Octagon, and you're listening to MMA Mental.
We are now joined by Scott Holtzman. Scott is coming off a big win, which has earned him the number one contender, contendership and the title fight. So Scott, first of all, obviously you had to face Jason Hicks at XFC 22. It was a hard fight, but you did the business. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you, and thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure, mate. My pleasure. So let's talk a little bit about that fight. I mean, it was a very a tough and a very close fight. How did you feel the fight went?
The fight was a tough fight. Jason was really tough. I expected that, and just like I had said in lots of interviews before, it was going to take a little bit to figure him out and figure out where I could win. He got in there, and obviously there's always surprises or things like that when you get in the cage. But, at the end of the day, I learned from the fight. I gained some experience, and I still got the win, so I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, at the level you're at now, the level of opponent you're facing, obviously it was the main event of XFC. You can't expect it to just be a walk in the park. Every fight's going to be difficult now, isn't it?
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you.
No problem. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little better.
Okay, what I was just saying is that at the level you're at now, and obviously, the competition you're facing, the promotion you're with, you're not going to get any easy fights now. You're going to get hard fights now, from this day forward, kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure. It's hard once you get up to a certain level. There's no real turning back on competition, but I always knew it would be like that, and I've never really ducked any fights, so. I've never said no to a fight. So, that's gotten me to where I am now, and I'm off to a fast start. So, it's going to be a war, every one. So, a lot of my fans aren't used to that, so they weren't sure what happened. That's just what you can expect from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely. And I suppose in a way you don't want it any other way. You don't want to be easy fights because you don't learn anything from an easy fight. And obviously your next fight is not going to be an easy fight. If you're facing Notorious Nick Newell, of course he gets a lot of publicity because he's such an excellent fighter, and of course he's the champion at the moment in XFC. What are your thoughts on Nick and getting this big opportunity?
Well, obviously it's a huge opportunity because obviously fighting Nick comes with tremendous amount of exposure and just media. So Nick's a really special guy, and obviously he's 9-0 with 8 first-round finishes. So he's obviously really dangerous. So I'm not taking him lightly. Obviously I'm having to kind of focus my training a little differently at times, but my base is still there. I still train everything, and I'm just ready to go out there and show everybody once again that I'm ready to take the next step. So.
Now, I know the fight has been announced. Do you want to just let everyone know what event this fight's going to be at and when the event's going to be?
Sure, it's going to be XFC 24. It'll be in Tampa, Florida on June 14th. It's going to be at the USF Sundome, and I believe it's the USF is the Southern Florida, University of Southern Florida College. So it should be a nice venue, and I think they're going to have some other good names on the card, so it'll be a good one as usual.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be honest with you, with that as the main event, it's going to be great already just with the main event we've got set up. But obviously, XFC are putting on great cards at the moment anyway. They have been doing it for a while, so we know this is going to be exciting. Talk a little bit more about Nick, because obviously there is a lot of media on Nick. You've obviously watched this. You've obviously seen footage of him. What do you feel that you can exploit, that you can take advantage of with your style over his style?
Well, I feel like I'm gonna have some good wrestling defense. I feel like I can wrestle decent. Which may be an area where the last few guys he's fought that they were lacking. So whether or not he's able to put me on my back, I think it's going to be a little tougher for. He's going to have to work for it a little more than he has had to in the past. So I'm definitely, going to be working on the wrestling defense or the wrestling overall, which is, wrestling's really fun to me. I like it, so going to enjoy that.
And obviously, you talked there about the wrestling defense. Do you feel if you can keep the fight standing that you've got an advantage with the striking?
I don't know. I feel like I'm well-rounded. I feel like I'm decent everywhere. So wherever the fight goes, I'll be comfortable. I'm sure that, he expects everybody to try and take advantage of his, of his left side. Not really sure yet on that. It's not something that I'm going to focus on. It's not like I say I'm going to go right every time to get towards that side. But if the fight stays on the feet, and I keep it on the feet, then I'll be happy there. It'll be all right.
Well, I for one am really looking forward to the fight. It's a fantastic fight, and you've certainly earned it. I mean, you're 4-0 yourself now, and obviously you've won your number one contender match. So I want to wish you luck for the fight. I mean, we've got 3 minutes to go. I'm pretty sure if I'm lucky, I'll get to speak to you again before the fight as well. I'm sure we can arrange that, nearer the time of the fight. But yeah, good luck.
I appreciate that, and again, appreciate you having me on. And anytime you want, we can have a chat.
Yeah, we'll be in contact over Twitter anyway, like we are. If you want to do it, as always, give you a chance to do any shout outs and anyone you want to shout out at all. Feel free.
Yeah, sure. The XFC, TJ Alcock, and Brooke are good to me. And you guys get on there, follow me on my Twitter. It's at Hot Sauce Holtzy. On my Facebook fan page. More fans the better.
Absolutely, and we'll send out links as well with your Twitter handle so people can follow via Twitter, and we'll get this posted on Facebook as well. So thank you very much for your time today, Scott. I really appreciate it, mate.
All righty, thank you. Take care.
No problem. Speak to you soon, mate.